I'm so, for lack of a better word, we have just arrived here at Namyang, which is Hyundai and Kia's Research and Development Center. It is top secret. There's a lot of security.
I can handle spicy, but that's hot.
Everything is blacked out and it looks so mean. God damn it, I am so thirsty and I've just been rejected twice. A lot of Hyundais and Kias here. It's a bloody Kia Picanto. Well, a very good evening to you. It has been one day, it's been 24 hours since I landed back from my Shanghai trip with Zika. I'll link that vlog down below. And now I'm heading out to Korea. So, busy boy here at CarSauce. I wish I was going with Daddy Jacob, but Daddy Jacob is living it off in Europe for 1 month before he comes back and finally joins CarSauce full time. And if it's August, well, he's here full time. Anyway, it's quite fitting because I'm sitting in a Genesis GV80 Coupe. It's my long-termer. Got this thing for like 6 months. And I don't know if there's a better way to head to an airport than sitting in one of these things. It's dead quiet, it's comfy. This product is amazing, but you'll have to wait for the full review. And to be fair, it's only been a month. So in 5 months, other things could go wrong. So the plan is to head to the airport, Melbourne Airport, of course, while I'm sitting in this ultra luxurious interior and fly to Korea with Hyundai to see their new Insta, which is a terrible name for a car for the pure purpose of SEO, search engine optimization. If someone writes in Insta, it's gonna come up with bloody Instagram. Like, guarantee you there's more people searching for Instagram than the Hyundai Insta. But anyway, bad naming aside, the car itself might be awesome. It's based on the Casper, a small little SUV that we don't get in Australia, but we will be getting the Insta, a cheap EV. Don't know anything about it really, so we'll find out when we're in Korea. We're also going to be going to the Busan Motor Show. I cannot wait for that, so stay tuned. And checking out Namyang in Korea, which is the proving track of Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis that I'm driving now. So yeah, really exciting trip. Let's get into the airport. Okay, so welcome on board China Airlines flight to Taipei, Taiwan. As you guys know, I'm a bit of an AV geek, so we're on an A350-900. It was delivered just under 7 years ago. This interior is modern. It is so nice. We are up here in business class. Naturally, they wouldn't put a king anywhere else. In all seriousness, as a disclaimer, just went moody in here. Hyundai have paid for this flight and are paying for the accommodation like every international launch out there that you ever go on. But as always, that does not sway my opinion, and I will say things how they are. Don't worry, I'll report back soon with a tour of the amenity kit, but so far it's so nice. The crew are lovely, the plane is so modern and nice. This is pretty awesome. See you soon. Mum. Alright, it works. I hope you can still hear me. Alright, it's time to do the amenity kit, and we will start by turning on my lamp, because yes, I get a lamp. Okay, that's better. So, it's hidden in this little hidey hole. That's real leather. I'm going to unsheath my weapon. So, what do we get? First of all, an eye mask. Actually really nice. Not gonna lie, this is like the nicest one I've ever received on a flight. Tag? Oh, it's like a bag tag. It's actually quite useful. An assortment of lotions. Body lotion, Moroccan oil treatment, I guess for your hair, and lip balm. Could always do with a bit of lip balm. I get told by all the women in my life I have dry lips. I'm just joking. I only have eyes for you, Monique. We also have a hairbrush with a mirror. Look, you can see yourself. Some earplugs and a little teeth brush. Nice. It's actually a really nice bag. Moshido. And it will come in handy. So far, guys, this flight is awesome. Like, really good. Well, as Jacob would say, alrighty brew. Good morning. I slept terribly, to be honest. I've probably had like 3 hours of sleep. It's a 10-hour flight. And I'm not going back to sleep. Hello. Yes, thank you.
Enjoy, sir.
Thank you very much. So food time, obviously. But anyway, coffee and food time. See you in Taipei. we're on flight number 2. Was just in Taipei Airport, quite a nice airport, but this plane is a certain downgrade. In case you mummies and daddies were curious, this plane is 20 years old. It was delivered in July of 2004, which is probably why it has an inbuilt phone that does not work and feels very 2004. It's an A330-300 and a little bit of a downgrade from the A350, but it is a lot older, so what can you expect? These things started being delivered in the early 90s, so they've been around a while, and they are an absolute workhorse of the sky. But now, it's time to take off. Alright, so we've just landed. It was quite a smooth landing, and I have to say I'm quite glad, because in 2020 this plane was involved in an incident where its brakes, reverse thrusters and speed brakes failed, and it almost ran off the runway. So glad to see it's working now. Well, hello and welcome to Incheon Airport. It's actually massive. It took a little while to get through, but it is very cool. Of course, Hyundai and Kia product placement started immediately. There were just a line of Hyundai and Kia cars everywhere you look. My first time in Korea, so I'm really excited to see what it's like out on the road. Okay, so I'm totally fangirling out because behind me is a G90. I've never been in one, they don't sell it, but it's their ultra luxury, like S-Class competitor. So let's get inside. Well, daddies, we are here in Gwanghwamun. Yes, this is where Psy made his famous song Gangnam Style, apparently about workers here. I don't know what else to say. I'm really hungry, I'm really tired. We're looking for food now, but we're also surrounded by a bajillion books. So many books. See you soon. Did you know that Samsung make cars? Well, at least apparently they made cars, but they were more like rebadged cars. I think that's another bloody Samsung car. So very much not like the Xiaomi SU7 that we saw in China. These are just rebadged cars. Also, there's a lot of Hyundais and Kias here. It's a bloody Kia Picanto. They're actually super duper popular here in Korea. Very, very cool. So yes, we're currently walking around Gwanghwamun, hoping to bump into Psy, but if not, we'll have good memories along the way. Yeah, today's a free day, that's why I'm just walking around. Okay, bye. So I just requested a photo in front of that giant cat, and I got one of my carers while I'm here from Australia, Nikki from Hyundai. Well, she helped me take that photo. And frankly, I think I look gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think. Oh man, what a night. So we arrive at the hotel, and outside there's just like a casual Maybach S680 sitting outside. I'm like, that looks like DJ Khaled's Mercedes Maybach. Turns out it's one of 150, and they're called, I will always forget this, Virgil Abloh's Maybach S680. Essentially, it's just like a really rare Mercedes S680 that was designed in collaboration with a Louis Vuitton designer. You can't make that, can you? Anyway, after being like, what the hell? Went out for dinner and we got Korean barbecue, and it was so delicious. The meats were just unbelievable, and they had so many different types of kimchi. I didn't know that kimchi came in so many different forms, and yeah, what a wonderful night. But now I'm so, for lack of a better word, I'm just right now. So I need to go to sleep and wake up tomorrow, because tomorrow we are driving the Insta. Terrible name, but I'm excited to drive it. Okay, so it is day 2 and we have just arrived here at Namyang, which is Hyundai and Kia's research and development center. It is top secret, and there's a bit of confusion about what we're doing right now. So I can't take any cameras in, you can't even connect to their network. They're that secretive about it, so I'll let you know about it afterwards. But we're going in and we're going to talk to them about the Insta, talk to their designers. There's a lot of security. Alrighty guys, so we've just left Namyang. We are testing out the Insta, we're driving it, and don't worry, a full review is coming. But so far this thing is nice and quiet. It's just a little EV, and I like it quite a lot. Behind me we have the PR for Hyundai. He didn't like me touching his leg earlier, but guess what? I'm not employed by him. So we have 2 hours in this car. We're going to be filming quite a bit, and I cannot tell you how many cool, insane camouflage cars we just saw in Namyang. It was very, very awesome. All right, see you soon. Alrighty guys, so we just went to Hyundai's Advanced Air Mobility building, and we had a interview with the head of, and they kind of gave us this presentation. Now, Advanced Air Mobility is kind of like taking passengers around in an urban environment. They use VTOLs, which means vertical takeoff or landing aircraft, but it's all very airy-fairy. It's not really, nothing set in stone. So none of this stuff will even come into fruition until like 2030s, something like that. So they're investing heavily in it, and there's about 150 other companies that are doing it as well. But it's just really interesting to see some of the other stuff that Hyundai does, because they have a lot of different businesses. But now it's time to go shopping, because I need to buy some gifts for the people in my life who let me go on these trips. That is one of the more human elements of all of this travel. As cool as it is, it does mean that you leave your family at home. And that can be hard. So this is my sorry, you know, buying you a gift. So I just went shopping, and as any good partner would do, I bought my significant other, my fiance, beautiful Monique, a bunch of different creams and assortments. But we're about to go for dinner, and you know I had to get a sugar-free drink that we don't get in Australia. Clear cola. This is like Diet Coke. It looks like water. I don't know. I'm really curious to try it out. Let's do it. Smells like cola. It just tastes like Coke Zero. That's so weird. It's clear. Whack to me. Anyway, let's go. Well, I think that's one egg slut done for the night. What a weird name. Who names their store Egg Slut? We're done. It's time to go home, go to bed. Tomorrow is going to be a pretty big day because we are heading out and we are seeing the Genesis flagship store. Cannot wait. But yeah, that Egg Slut thing really threw me off guard. Not gonna lie to you, I didn't expect to see that tonight. All right, good night. Well, hello and welcome to day 4. We have just arrived about an hour outside of Seoul, or Gwanghwamun, wherever we were staying. And there's like, just had to do a quick math there, 7 Genesis G90s parked there. Not sure who for, potentially for us. But we're here at a Genesis flagship store to see, I don't know, more about the Genesis brand. Frankly, I've got no idea what we're looking at inside, but it is an absolutely gorgeous day, and take a look outside here. This really reminds me of Japan, and I know that a lot of Japanese and Korean people don't see eye to eye, but you both have very beautiful countries, let me tell you. The other thing is that I am on the lookout for a SsangYong chairman. I've seen like 2 or 3, but I've always missed the opportunity to video with one. So that is what I'm trying to do. As you guys know, I own a SsangYong chairman, and it's falling apart as we speak. All the electronics in it are pretty much dead, but it's going strong. The engine, that is. Everything else around it, no. So I will keep my eye out for that as well. Okay, so we've just walked into the Suji Genesis showroom, and they've first showed us this, which is the GV70 facelift. As you guys know, I had one of these as a long-termer, and it's very difficult to tell from the outside, but they've added a double-crossed grille here. They've also made it a bit more sporty. The wheels have these double stripes on them, but it's the interior that's probably most wowing, because you come inside and you have this giant display here. Like that is a huge, huge display. Nappa leather, of course, and it is a very good looking interior. And also you're going to notice this orange stitching here. That's the new Magma, you know, their new performance range. Also, this building is hugely expansive. They've got this steel outside that like naturally ages, just like the Genesis brand. And also you've got this massive concrete wall that goes just up and up and up. And it's like made with wood imprints. So you can see the wood kind of graining there. It's very extra, very, very bougie. Oh, I didn't mention this either. You're gonna see a huge car stacker. It's like a 32 car stacker or something. So if you want to test drive a certain specification, they just drop it down and drive it outside. Very cool. Okay, so they've just shown us how they deliver cars. So you walk into this room here, you've got the magma seats here, you sit down, you see that you've got your Genesis G90 coming, and pretend this isn't the end of the process, but the car starts all the way at the back, and it does this show where they have these robotic arms come down and take fake photos, because this is actually just trying to replicate what it's like when you are at the factory. Then the car drives through to you, it turns around, and off you drive. So it's a whole ceremony, they call it, and helps to build a lot of rapport. And it's one of the big reasons that they do it. So, cool process. Okay, so now we've come up to level 2, and on this level, it's actually really interesting. So on the right-hand side, you're gonna see the G70, and then on the left-hand side, you'll see the G80. But they've got this really cool display here of the doors in lots of different colors. And then if you come around to the other side, they've got every single interior trim, because unlike in Australia, where obviously it's more limited in what options you can choose, you can have your cars here whatever way. You have access to every option, and you can really uniquely make your car. And it's the same with the G80. This is the facelift again, which we haven't quite gotten in Australia yet. This is obviously poo brown. And you can see that there are far more options for the G80 for its interior, for like a brown and blue or a black and red. It's just super duper interesting. And I love the look of these. I've always have. And if you come inside, you can see that it's got the new display and center console, just a little bit more streamlined than before. Check out the back on this thing. It's super duper luxurious. So this is the facelift. Looks pretty good, but also quite similar on the outside. Okay, so now we're at level 3, and behind us you can see this new color. It's called Ceres Blue, and it was downstairs as well, but this is the matte version, and it looks very good. Of course, everything matte is good, isn't it? Check out this interior though. Ooh, new interior color. This is called Frozen Gray. It's kind of like a bluish gray. I don't know how to describe it. It looks fantastic. I hope the camera can pick it up. And then of course you have the rest of the range, and the same thing here with the doors and the different options. It's all very, very cool. I know I'm here with Hyundai, so it's gonna sound biased, but it's not. I really do like Hyundai Genesis products because I think they're very, very good value. And I actually lived with one for quite a few months and drove thousands of kilometers, lots of hours in it too. So if you wanna go watch that long-term review, I'll link that down below. But that was a pre-facelift of this. Not much has changed, but subtle things. And then of course on this side is the GV60, again with the multiple colored doors. I will say this one's a bit whack. Kind of cool. Green and brown, that's interesting. I hate this color, I really, really do. But you've also got these digital mirrors, which I don't mind, but they've made it now an option because really not many people did like them. You can see they really weren't that great, but they still worked. And this is one of the better EVs I've driven very, very fast. And it just looks cool. Again, I don't love this pale blue though. Okay, so now we're on level 4, and look what I have found. It's my GV80 long-termer. It's actually the exact same spec I have, but with a different interior. This is a lipstick red interior, which looks crazy. I think I would probably still go for the white tan interior I have, but very, very cool. Also got the facelifted GV80 there. This is also a new color. It's like this beautiful matte gray black thing. And then if we walk through here, this is their flagship model. So this is the G90 Black Edition. You can see that everything is blacked out and it looks so mean. Take a look at these like monoblock-ish black wheels. You have the weighted Genesis badge here that will always stay centered. It is just so cool. Also amazing on the inside. Take a look at the inside of this thing. It is wild in how beautiful it is. Semi-Alanine seats. You've got this beautiful 2-spoke steering wheel. You've got a camera up here that reads the road for you with augmented reality. And if we come to the back, it's even nicer. I mean, check this out. And if you press this button just down here, the door automatically closes. I also have to admit, I'm very partial to the bum on this thing. Looks absolutely amazing. Let me know what you guys think of these cars down below. This is definitely my favorite. I wish we got this in Australia, but sadly they are not going to make it for right-hand drive anytime soon anyway. It's so mean. Okay, so welcome on board the KTX, or Korean Train Express. I have to be quiet here because I don't want to upset everyone else. So this train travels at about 300 kilometers an hour. It's a little bit older, but I love these velvety seats. And take a look outside. Some beautiful scenery, although this is not beautiful, but I promise it was beautiful before. But anyway, we have about 2 hours on this train before we get to Busan. So we're gonna bust one out for Busan, as they say. See you there. Well, welcome to Busan. You can smell the sea here. We are right down south of Korea, right down the south of South Korea, and it's next to the ocean. It's got this beautiful smell to it. It's not too hot, it's just quite lovely. So now we're heading to the hotel, Paradise Hotel to be specific, to be paradisal. This is Oleg. Well, welcome to the Paradise Hotel here in Busan. It's a pretty nice room, maybe a little bit old, but this looks pretty cool. Let's open this up. Ooh, we have a beach. It's a bit of artwork here as well. How do I get up? There we go. Ugh, look at that. Pretty nice. So we have about an hour now to rest, power cry as usual, and then we're going to get Italian food. Seems interesting in Korea, but hey, I'm not one to complain. I am starving, so let's get some dinner. Alrighty, Roo guys, we have BHC chicken here. It is now later in the night. We actually went and had dinner at this Italian place. Pretty small portions, but we had the most amazing view of Busan. Like literally the most perfect sunset. There was fireworks going off. Apparently that's a pretty common thing. And it's now midnight. And we all went out and we had to try Korean fried chicken. The real deal. So I'm gonna eat this while I tell you what's the plan for tomorrow, because I'm actually a little bit worried, to be honest, in some ways. Oh my God, look at this, look at this. We're gonna do a bit of a mukbang here, which is, I think, eating on camera. I could be wrong. I really hope I'm not. So tomorrow, we're going to the Busan Motor Show. And so why am I worried about that? Well, there's a lot to cover, but also not a lot to cover. So unlike what you'd find at the Beijing Auto Show that Daddy Jacob and I did, it's actually quite small. So bite of this. I can handle spicy, but that's hot. So why am I worried if it's a small show? Well, because there's a few things I want to get done. One, I want to do a tour of the motor show, and that will already be out. So click the link down below after this video. But the other thing is that the Kia Tasman is going to be there. The Kia Tasman is their new ute. I made a couple of viral videos about that. I'll link those down below as well. But essentially, it's Kia Australia's project. It's their baby, and it's going to be the Ford Ranger and the Toyota Hilux competitor. So got to get a full video out with that, and potentially another car as well. So a lot of content to get done, and we actually don't have much time there because we're heading straight from there to Busan Airport and flying back home. So yeah, a lot to get done. I'm a little bit worried about it all, but we always pull through. We work hard here at CarSauce, and you guys love it, and we love you. We really, really do. This could be the fried chicken talking. So I'll see you in the morning. Well, hello and good morning from, I think, day number 5. We are here at the Busan International Motor Show. Now, like I said last night when I had my little existential crisis, there's a lot of content to capture today, but we're gonna get it. It's gonna be amazing. I'm actually really, really excited. I love car shows, and this is my second one this year. So the first one was the Beijing Motor Show, which was a lot bigger than this, but this will still be very, very cool. Can't wait to see what's inside. Okay, so first impressions are that this show is not huge, which I love. It means that it should be a lot easier to do. Also, there's like a Bugatti here with like a cool paint color on it, but we're here now, more importantly, of course, for the Hyundai press conference. This is where they're going to be unveiling the new Insta, or Casper EV. We call it Insta everywhere around the world. Again, terrible name. I'm sorry, Hyundai, but not a good name. Not a good name. But the car itself is pretty awesome. And if you want to go watch my review, I'm sure that's out now because everything else is embargoed, so click the link down there. But yeah, very, very exciting. Cool to see like other cheap EVs come to Australia that aren't just Chinese EVs. A bit of competition, really. So it's time to watch the presentation. Guys, it was a mad rush just to find a seat. Everyone ran through, but we managed to get a front row seat. But I think I had to kill about 6 people to get here. So yeah, that was weird. Weird experience. Don't know why they didn't let us in, but yeah, everyone just kind of ran to find a seat. Weird. So this is it. This is the Insta, but they call it the Casper Electric here in Korea. This is my first time seeing it as well. It came out in a big, I don't know how you describe it, celebration, I suppose. Lots of them came out. They look pretty awesome. What do you guys think? Yeah, that was a really, really cool car that we've seen here at the show. They keep playing this inspirational music, but that is definitely the highlight for Hyundai, launching an all-new cheap EV to go up against the likes of Chinese brands like BYD. This thing's going to be cheap at just 40 grand in Australia, so that's kind of cool. I, of course, cover this in the full walk around, but there is the new M4, well, updated. It's just got a little bit more power, bit of new design, kind of cool. And then we have the Genesis stand, and this is probably my favorite car here, just because it looks so cool. It's finished here in magma orange. This is the high performance color now of Genesis, and this is the X Grand Coupe, which is a more race focused version of the concept released last year. I love the way it looks. And probably even more impressive is this rear end. It just looks amazing. This is Genesis's all new full-size luxury SUV release. It's the concept of, but it's going to look pretty much exactly like this. Check out this interior. Probably won't be this cool, but still very, very good. B-pillarless design, of course. And like a Mazda, there are no cuts and creases. It just is one big body. Very, very cool. Check out these monoblock wheels as well. That looks awesome. And for some reason, for me, I just love this rear end. It's so elegant. Not to mention here the updated Genesis G80 Electric. This now has a longer wheelbase. It's got new lights up front and a new-ish interior. They've essentially just updated the screen on the inside to make it look a little bit more bougie. And then there is the Kia booth, which is also pretty damn cool. The headline, you can see it right now. It is, of course, the Kia Tasman. It is their all-new ute, which is being developed really by Australians, and you can just see that it's very much going up against the Ford Ranger, the Toyota Hilux, 3.5 ton brake towing capacity. It's got a ship with a 2.2 litre turbo diesel 4-cylinder at first anyway, 148 kilowatt of power, 440 newton meters of torque, and not everyone loves the design. It definitely is polarizing. I actually think it's a very cool looking ute, although I don't know how I feel about the fender flares. By the way, discs front and discs rear, don't worry, I checked for you, and it will come with a 1-ton payload. The other exciting thing from Kia is actually this. It's the Kia EV3. We're going to be getting this in Australia. It's a Tesla Model Y competitor. We'll start at about 50,000 Australian dollars. This is the GT line. It'll probably do 0 to 100 in the mid 4 seconds. Comes with up to an 84 kilowatt hour battery, which is pretty nice. But check out this interior. It's actually very good. So obviously it is all vegan leather, but you've got a nice steering wheel here. You've also got these dual displays, a very open center area. They like to go for pebble look. I'm not even joking, like a pebble. And it kind of looks like a pebble. The back seats as well, I have sat in the back of it in the full video, and yeah, there's plenty of space, at least for a tiny SUV, and the back of it looks very cool, I think. So yes, that was a little highlight reel. There's definitely a lot of other cars, so I really recommend you go watch my full tour of the Busan Auto Show, or Motor Show, or Korean Motor Show. There's a lot of names for this show, but yes, it's very, very cool seeing some of these cars, and I'm just happy. I'm so happy it's not like the Beijing Motor Show, which, to be fair, was definitely cooler, but also way bigger, and was a lot of effort for me and Daddy Jacob. I think now it's time to get some water. I am so thirsty. It's been hours on the ground. For those wondering, Korea definitely has a vending machine culture, but it's not quite like you'd find in, for example, Japan. Still, I want this, and I think I just scanned my card. Oh, I don't think it's working. Oh, that's depressing. Oh, now I'm sad. I'll find somewhere else. 안녕하세요. Can I just get water? Just one. Don't worry about it then. I don't have any. I'm sorry. Thank you. God f***ing damn it. I am so thirsty and I've just been rejected twice. I've got to find some water. Well, that is it. The Busan Motor Show has come to a close, or at least for us. Still goes on for other people. It was a really cool day actually seeing inside there. Got heaps of content out, so you guys will be seeing that, or would have seen that actually probably by the time you see this vlog. But I'm glad it wasn't too big, to be honest, but also it is a bit telling that it wasn't too big, right? Like there aren't that many manufacturers here, especially in Korea. Obviously Hyundai Motor Group, Kia, Genesis, they all really just dominate the sales. Then you have a sprinkling of like Renault, weirdly, but that's because of their partnership with Samsung. That's built some cred here in Korea, and quite a few BMWs and Mercedes, especially Mercedes Maybach. People seem to have a lot of money here in Korea. But now it's pretty simple. It's home time. So I'll check in with you soon on the plane. Alrighty, so we just boarded the A321 Neo. It is a really nice plane. In fact, the plane here is 4 months old. The seats are amazing. Our crew have been lovely so far. Way better than the A330 we flew on to get here. But that's the end of the video, guys. Heading home, and it has been a pretty whirlwind 4 or 5 days, however long it's been. Gotten a lot of good content out. And Korea has been awesome with some really cool cars as well. That Insta is pretty amazing. The Tasman was also pretty amazing as well. But let me know what you guys thought of this video down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, please do share it. It really helps the channel out. And of course, there are way more trips coming up this year. I'll be heading to Germany within the next couple of months to the Nürburgring. So yeah, make sure you subscribe because a lot of really cool secret stuff I can't tell you yet. But anyway, I am now going to pass out on this plane as we head to Taipei and then back to Melbourne. So, ciao for now.